Welcome to Codruck. Hope you are doing great. Today we will discuss and learn about React Fragment. So let's get started. As we know, we use React for building user interface. Now there are a lot of frameworks come into the picture where we can use those frameworks to build our application. But there are some basic, core concept, or we can say core components are there which we have to use in order to work in any React application. Or we can say once you go for any production, or once you are going to create any big application, at that moment you need to work on those components. So there is one concept called fragment, which you will see in project, how you can use those ones and how you can work around those fragment part, we can say. So if I go into the definition, what is fragment? Fragment let you group element without a wrapper node. What does it mean? Now here you can see we have div, and inside div we have our, this is parent element, and inside that one we have child element. As per React concept, there has to be always one parent element, and in that parent element we can put as many child element we want. But if we try to create another parent element, suppose this one is running up and running perfectly fine. Now I'm going to create another parent element outside of our core or root, we can say. So if I create p and if I write test and save it, now you can see we are getting this compilation issue. What? And as per error it says JSX element must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. Did you mean JSX fragment? That means as per the React, or as per React concept, there has to be only one parent element we can we can have in our component. And as per this return type, we are using one parent element, and inside that one we have child element. Now inside that one we can create, no, inside that one we can create as many child element we want. But how we can use fragment and all these elements? Now suppose if I'm creating one file called post title.js, okay, and if I'm importing, import react from react, okay, will const post title, and this will be our component. And from this one we are returning, suppose we are returning paragraph post title. I'm just giving one element as a return type, okay, and here it will be export default post title. Now I'm going to import this post title in our app.jsx, okay, import post title from this one, okay. Now I am including this. If I run this application, you see post title come into the picture. Now where you can use the fragment part, just like post title, we can have uh, many components in any application or any core, we can say component. We can have header, we can have footer, we can have body, we can have menu bar, we can have all these things, right? Now what we can do, you can see we have created post title, but suppose if I have to add another element, if I have to add any other element in that one, what we have to do, we can't create any other, h1, because it will give us compilation issue. So for that one, what we have to do, again we have to wrap up inside, you know any div, or we can say parent element, and then only we can have any child element like post title, and then we can have you know another paragraph which says child post title, right? Now if you see title post title, so what we are doing right now, so every time we are going to create new component, we have to wrap up inside one parent element, but we don't want that kind of scenario. Why? Because if we inspect this one, if we're going to inspect this one, not here like this one, okay, you will see first you have this one, now you have div, and then you are unnecessary creating making complex DOM structure for your application, because every time, because in a project you can have suppose 10 components is there, right? In 10 component you are creating unnecessary 10 divs, just like we have post title, okay, for this one we have wrap up inside our div. Same if we create one more, suppose if I create new file and this will be post body .js, okay, I'm just copying and pasting again. It will be post body, okay, and the same thing I'm importing here as well, post body. And if I import this one, now you see again it has created div, and then we have code, or we can say UI part is there. So what we understood, every time we are going to create a component we have to wrap up into a parent element, same as post title, same as body. But what React give us a flexibility, instead of creating complex DOM structure and unnecessary parent for each and every component, we can use fragment to wrap you know list of wrapper node without creating unnecessary DOM complexion. So what we can do, normally we have, there's two part by which we can use the fragment. First is we can just give opening and closing. That's it. And if you see, you have post title, post body. Somewhere you can have, you need div, but somewhere you don't want div, but just to create, parent element unnecessary, you are giving that one. But wherever you need, you can include that one. But wherever you don't want, at that time you can use fragment. Just like in case of title, I don't want to show extra div, or don't want to add extra div. At that moment, I can use fragment. So first part is this opening closing. So it will not create unnecessary, or we don't want unnecessary div. Second part, what we can do, we can write fragment directly. That keyword we can use. Okay. Same as here we can remove div. We can use only opening closing, and then it will show the same thing. Post title, post body. You can see this one. And another part is we can directly use fragment. Suppose if I want to use in fragment, okay, and then I can write closing of this one. Now you can see same thing, no change. So there is two way by which we can use fragment, either opening closing, just like in body we are doing, and in case of post title I'm just using fragment and importing this fragment. So I hope it make you clear where you can use fragment and how you can use fragment, and what are the complexion it create if you don't use fragment in your React application. So after using fragment, you can see I can able to list my child element without any unnecessary wrapper for any component. So that's all in this video. I hope it make it clear how you can use fragment. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all.